Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now welcome to an episode of Climb to Master. So we return Diamond for 11 LP. So this was after we finally got out of the loss streak, and then I do think we lost one game. And I was actually very interested to see, what LP I lost, the next loss that we had. And I think I can report we lost 15 LP, I think. So we're gaining 21 and we lost 15 even after a 13-game loss streak, so not bad. Was pointing out there, by the way, feel free to go back and pause it, that I'm the only non-duo queue person on my team. So I think my jungle and top are duo and my bot lane are duo. Again, let me know what you think of that. This, by the way, is a POV commentary. I did mention a couple episodes ago that my next recording session, which is tomorrow, will be live commentaries moving forward. You guys would have just had the Darius live commentary last night, I think. But yeah, so there's maybe one more POV after this, I think, maybe. And then we'll be back to full live game commentaries. That's the plan anyway. We're playing at Viktor because, again, Viktor actually is weirdly a champion I'd be doing pretty good with in terms of winning and being useful in the games. We were against a pretty weird duo queue, though, this game on the enemy team of the Quinn and the Ahri. Both of them were, I think it was like top 100 rank on their champions and duo queue. So the way that you've got to kind of think about it is Quinn is most likely going to come mid lane a lot. And I'm actually going to take off my hat because my head's hurting. Probably got bad hair now, though. So the Quinn is most likely going to look to roam mid lane a lot when she's level 6. Obviously, Quinn... I don't hate the champion. I think some people think I hate her. I don't hate the champion. I just don't rate it very highly. She just doesn't have a position. Like, in this game, is a Renekton going to be eventually more useful than a Quinn? Yes, 100%. So, as long, by the way, as if the Quinn doesn't go 10-0 in lane phase, which is, again, unlikely. Worth noting, in the bottom right, no, you're not going crazy. I do, this game, have the mini-map cover on. So what I did... this was a... We do them occasionally on my Twitch. This was a no mic camera stream. So when I want to start playing a little bit more seriously and try to get some wins under my belt, and obviously especially with what happened recently, I want to get some wins under my belt, so I don't play any music. And I don't be on camera, I don't commentate, and it's usually late at night when I actually find that solo queue gets better. About 11 PM generally, I think solo queue is not bad. I'm just playing, and this was part of that. So I did have the mini-map cover on. Weirdly, I think, I'm not really sure, but I feel like I'm getting recognised a little bit more here or there. So having the minimap cover on in what I'd say is a try-hard session, I think was a good idea. So I do, by the way, ping the tri-bush, because you never know. Remember, the Ahri and Quinn are duo, so it's like, oh, is Ahri roaming at level 2 to the Renekton for a surprise gank? Who knows? So again, worth just warning your team, just in case, I guess. But yeah, let's just, I guess, talk about Viktor. Viktor is, I'd say, weirdly good at the moment, but I don't think many people rate him incredibly heavily. So Diana does get killed. Again, some people have asked, what do I think of Diana jungle? I think it's okay. Like, I do think the champion is more suited to not jungling myself, but I know some people really enjoy it. So you can see how aggressive the Rengar is going to be. That shouldn't surprise you. A Rengar should be playing aggressive against a Diana because he knows he can just heavily abuse it in the early game. Like Diana, again, great scaling champion. You can't hide away from that. Whatever lane Diana's playing, mid, top, jungle, she's going to scale well. But just in the early game, she is going to struggle. Generally, level 6, the champion gains a lot of strength because she gets the moon at level 6 nowadays. And it's a pretty good spell. I do actually like the reworked Diana. I just haven't put a lot of time into it myself. So with Ahri's positioning, I am somewhat... I should have expected a gank. Unfortunately, as you just saw there... I flashed too late, and with how spells work in League of Legends, meanwhile, enemy team, they kill the support, but then they go too close to the tower, and then they end up giving Ezra a double kill. So again, not looking good so far this game. But with how animations work in League of Legends, we've spoken about animation spells in the past. When a certain point of an animation goes off, the damage is going off no matter what, and there are some auto attacks that also include that, and Rengar's Q is part of an animation spell that is, up to a certain point. If the Q is thrusted down enough, it doesn't matter if you flash, you're dead. Like, the damage is going off. And that's what happened there. So that was just a lesson that I should have flashed earlier. Anyway, they're ganking top lane. They kill the Quinn for the first time, which is lovely. Well done. But again, recently we did the episode on the first win back was Shen. And in that episode, I was, yes, in a mind frame, I was still in a bit of a negative space. But I was talking about in that game how team comps matter. Same point in this game. So I think what would have been going through my head, and I played this last night, so it is fairly fresh. The enemy comp isn't very good. So I know, again, sorry if you like Quinn. Meanwhile, I'm getting ganked again, by the way. This time we get flashed on by the Rengar and we're dead. So there's not much I can do about this. I'll talk about Viktor in a second. I was literally like talking about Viktor and then I got distracted. But anyway, let me just quickly say what I was going to about team comps. If you like Quinn, cool. Again, all power to you. She's a cool champion. But she's not good for team comps. Pretty much in any sense. Again, that's not... Again, hopefully you guys are okay with me saying that. I don't mean to be mean, and hopefully it's not mean. But she doesn't really fit into any comp. It's a cheesy pick top lane that's supposed to lane bully and then power roam at level 6. So if it goes to mid to late game, she does struggle quite a bit. So this is another one of these games that in your back of your mind, you're kind of thinking, okay, early lane phase is going rough, but if we just hold out long enough, our comp will be better than the enemies. Also, furthermore, Rengar struggles when it comes to grouping because obviously he's looking for that solo assassination. And if you're grouping, will he have the confidence to jump into 5 people? Probably not. Especially this game that we've got a Viktor. I can just ultimate him and W him to slow him down straight away. So you've got to have the positive thoughts about team comp when there are positive things to talk about, right? I was talking about Viktor briefly. Ahri goes to play. Lovely, by the way, reaction time by Morgana. Like, honestly, that was fantastic by Morgana to have the reaction times to Black Shield that quick enough. Really good. But Viktor, he's really good. I think he's underrated, but what I would say, if you are liking my Viktor episodes, I go for an ultimate, by the way, just to, if you're wondering why, just to get this Rengar's health a bit low. I don't want him to feel comfy being high health. I wanted him to be low health and not have the free farm and all that. Like, just make him a little bit less comfortable. But what I'd say about Viktor, meanwhile Diana's going for a play, is if you are going to pick him up from the games that you've been watching of mine, you can't really be a KDA player if you're wanting to play Viktor. Meanwhile, lovely kill by Diana there. Actually, a level down gets him. And obviously, I helped to get that kill. I got him to the health that, enabled that. I don't get an assist, unfortunately. Ahri does roam down, gets herself a kill, which is kind of annoying. But, there's not much I could do about that. She went from base straight down to the bot side with, them kind of overstaying. So that's a bit annoying, but whatever. But yeah, you can't really be a KDA player if you're looking to pick up Viktor. Why? Yeah, you can die very easily on Viktor. So he's got no mobility at all. Yes, he has a bit of movement speed here or there, but nothing really major. Meanwhile, Quinn is already on the back foot to a Renekton, so well done to the Renekton. But yeah, you can get killed easily. If the jungler just has his eye on you, you're just dead. There's just literally not much you can do. Meanwhile, Renekton having the confidence to be this aggressive, kills the Quinn. So, right there, kind of already, the Quinn pick hasn't worked. If you're not bullying out the Bruiser by 8 minutes and you're already dying, yeah. So, again, yes, Diana just died. It's like, oh god, she just died to the Rengar. But the positive, Quinn's already kind of fallen off in top lane. Which is good. So again, it's like a negative and a positive mixed into the same message, but try to focus on the positive as much as you can. So I went back, bought... Oh, actually, I went back, didn't buy anything, go back into lane and go back straight away. Why? Because I need the augment. That's the problem with... Another problem with Viktor is that you need the augment. So I'm typing in the chat just to let you guys know, we win this game if it goes late, which is what I spoke about earlier. That's based off team comp. I'm gonna, I think from memory, just check, because, the Rengar's had quite a big playstyle of waiting for the Diana in a bush to try and kill her several times already this game. So I'm just helping out the Diana, getting a bit of vision in our own jungle, just so she doesn't get caught out, here or there. Ahri's now missing, so pinging missing. But what I should be doing here, and hopefully I do a laser, because I should be pushing this, which I do, because whenever your lane opponent is missing, what you should be looking is push it to either, or one or two things happens. One, it forces your lane opponent to come back because they're missing gold. If the minions are just crashing into their tower, that's gold that they're missing out on. Or they don't come back, and then they are missing the gold. So it's kind of like a win-win if you always push when those type of things happen. The Nautilus this game, I will say, is having a rough game, and from memory, the Twitch chat was pointing out his name was kind of funny. So his name is I Solo Lost It, and yeah, he was yeah, we were killing him quite a bit. So you can see my ultimate was just hounding on the Ezreal there. Really good teleport, by the way, by Renekton. So what you should be doing, we've spoken about it several times. I avoid the bush, avoid the Ahri damage. I flash away, I get healed nicely by Caitlyn. Rengar goes down. But we've spoken about it before, about top lane. How do you win games from top lane? Meanwhile, I don't get the kill, he gets a double kill. But you be effective, right? You be impactful. Notice how Quinn is still in top lane right now. Not impactful, not really doing anything. What does Renekton do? Renekton teleports down, gets a double kill. Like, really difference in impact. That's how you carry from top. So I'd say in general, yes, top lane, is struggling right now. It has, I'd say, the least impact in solo queue. But if you do come across the player that is good in top lane, the individual that knows what they're doing, they win their lane, they roam, that player can win the game by themselves as a top laner. So I, by the way, wanted to try and get a tower plate then, but in the back of my mind, I was like, I can't, because I don't think Rengar used his ultimate in that fight. Maybe, or he could have it back up for all I know. The worst thing that I could do right now is keep giving Rengar kills, so I can't just chill in mid trying to get plates. It'll be too greedy of me. Meanwhile, big fight breaks out, Rengar versus Diana. Rengar a level up, by the way. Diana, doing her best, gets a solo kill, which I was blown away by that. She does get ignited by the Ahri, unfortunately. Again, not much I could have done. Positioning, and Diana, let's face it, was technically on the enemy's territory there. But yeah, I'm typing, I think, in the bottom left. How did Diana get a kill Rengar? Honestly, completely surprised me. She was a level down and still managed to pull it off. I guess that does show the strength of Diana. I'm going for a teleport play here because, again, we just spoke about it. What do you want to do in top lane? You want to be impactful? Well, what do you want to do in mid lane? You want to be impactful as well. Like, that's the point. And another effective thing in solo queue is picking on one player. It sounds horrible, but, earlier you saw we got ganked by Rengar 2 times in a row. I died both times. It's effective, It's not just effective because when you're chain ganking somebody or you're chain focusing somebody, they likely don't have summoners up because they're having to use them all the time. Secondly, it affects their mental. Remember, League of Legends is a very, very, very big mental game, so never forget that. Meanwhile, Rengar going for a gank, it does get himself a double kill. That's a bit of overstay from my team, I'd say. But never forget the mental impact that it has of dying a lot. And going for the Nautilus a lot will affect that player. He's 0-5 at 12 minutes. That's going to hurt his mental a little bit, so it's a good thing to do. Rift Herald being spawned in bot lane. Dragon is also, I think, up. Yeah, so like I'm pinging it. This is a perfect example of a situation. It's just like, let them have it. There's no point contesting it. Yes, it's annoying, but we're just not in a position to contest it. Diana's covering bot lane. My bot lane is nowhere near. Don't contest it. Don't die, because that most, like, what's the percentage chance of stealing that? 1% maybe, but the percentage chance of dying there, let's just say, was probably like 75%. So again, just weigh up the odds. It's just not worth it. So as for Viktor, I think Viktor's lane phase is okay as long as, again, it's the 1v1. But again, you're going to watch in this game the scaling of Viktor, him becoming more useful and his damage starting to show up a bit more. That's what I like about him. It feels like the champion's got a really solid power curve that, like, yeah, he's not incredibly strong really early, but it starts getting stronger quite quick as you build up your what's it called? The core, hex core. As you start building that, you can physically feel the champion getting stronger. Trying to get the Rengar, and he is very, by the way, close at this point of escaping. I do manage to get the kill there, which is nice. Maybe a bit of a KS on my part, but I'll take it. We do kill him. I'm fine with technically KSing that because I did run the whole way, and if I didn't get anything there, that would have been a really big waste for me as Viktor. Now I'm going to stay with the Renekton to try and just do a bunch of tower damage. My bot lane just got a double kill in bot lane, so well done to them. They're also getting the first tower of the game, and me and Renekton will probably get the second tower, I'd imagine. Build-wise, when we go back, we will be able to complete the core. And so far this game, what I'd say is it's an okay game. From being in a position that I think we were 0-2 at one point, we're now recovering well. Our farm is actually not terrible. I think we're actually maybe beating the Ahri in farm slightly. But the weird thing, what I would say, and it's why always you don't have to trust ratings or world rankings like on Professor. Do I feel that this Ahri was a top 100 Ahri player? No. Her build, by the way, I might point it out here. Really weird. I don't know why she's got a proto belt at all, if I'm honest. I don't think that gives her much strength compared to a Rush of Ludens. A Rush of Ludens would give us so much more in one-shot potential, I believe, than a proto belt would. So I was a bit weirded out by that. Doing a bit of damage, which is nice. Now, item build worth explaining. Why stopwatch? So, naturally, it's to counter the Rengar. The Rengar is quite strong this game, but stopwatch, Zhonya's is a massive counter to that champion because he jumps, you Zhonya's, you avoid practically most of his damage by just having that item. So that's why. Secondly is I knew the meta of this game, was going to kind of evolve into probably me being in a side lane. You can see I go instantly aggressive onto the Quinn, get her flash straight away. She's really weak. And I'm not even that strong, but that's how weak the Quinn is. They do get a kill on the Rengar in mid lane. Really nice. Well done. And yeah, you're going to start to see the enemy team struggle a bit here. I'd say, again, because of comp. They don't have a big bruiser that they can fall back on or a big team fight that they could go for because, again, they've got a Rengar. The Rengar now is even struggling on getting any kills in a 2v1 against my bot lane. So, you know, there are good things happening here, which is awesome. It's weird for me to be side laning as a Viktor, but I've said to you guys for a long time, again, a weakness as me as a player. I'm typing Quinn KW. If you don't know what that is, it's a Twitch meme, I guess. But she is, I think, going to get a kill in a second, though. What was I saying? Oh, it's weird for me as a player to be side laning because it is a weakness of mine, but I need to do more of it. Ahri flashes looking for the thingy. And then who shows up? Of course, Rengar shows up. So I decide to flash back over him. If you're wondering why, he was trying to get to the bush to then give his passive to jump on me. So I had to flash away from the bush. Good flash. It was just annoying that Rengar showed up as I was trying to get a blue. It's like, really, dude? But that, you know, it's fine. But yeah, I need to side lane more. It's something that I've wanted to try and do more often. I miss out on so much farm as a top laner, as a mid laner, because I just don't side lane in mid game because I'm scared my team's going to get caught. It's not a good thing for solo queue. It's really not. Quinn out of position, gets herself killed, which is nice. Dragon is coming up soon. The slow zoom in for Quinn. Again, remember, all of this is in good jest. Hopefully a lot of people don't take this stuff too seriously. There are a portion of people that I think take everything I say really seriously. You have to remember, I think maybe sometimes people don't realise maybe British humour's different. But yeah, sarcasm or dry sense of humour is a big part of my humour as a person. So yeah, I think that's just Britain in general though. A big thing of Britain in humour is... What's the right way to say it that's politically correct? Complaining humour? I don't know. Not complaining humour. I don't know. Like, if you know what that would be, let me know. But, yeah, like, there is definitely a way of that. So, I'm going to try and make my way to top lane, because I guess what the Rengar's kind of thinking is, you know, you've seen it already. He is struggling making an impact, even against my 2 bot lane. So this was a weird situation for me. I didn't know where he was going to go, but also I couldn't just walk to him. Unfortunately for me, it was a mistake, I admit. I let the Rift Herald go off on my tower, so that was a mistake. I thought the Rift Herald died. It didn't, so that was my bad. But I'm hovering the Rengar there just to kind of say I couldn't just run to top lane because I probably would have just straight up died to the Rengar. Like, I've got to be really careful. I don't want to die. So yeah, the mistake though by me, I should have definitely lasered the Rift Herald to make sure it died. So yeah, mistake 100%. But the reasoning why I didn't want to go close was because of the Rengar threat. Unfortunately, Caitlyn gets caught. Gonna go for my ultimate, getting a nice little laser down. Nearly getting my Q, gonna go for it, get the last hit, boom, get myself on. By the way, a killing spree. So we went from 0-2 this game. I haven't died since. We're now 3-2. So again, good recovery. Unfortunate positioning there by the Caitlyn. She went a little bit too deep, and I think she got caught by an Ahri charm. Again, good Ahri charm, I guess. And yeah, just can continue farming a bit. We've still got the mid lane tower, by the way, so we've got somewhat of a safety net still. I think that's actually the only lane, I believe it is, that has not had any. Yeah, my tower. Hey, that's a good thing. My tower is the only first tower still surviving in the game. Go me. So that's good. Farm-wise, we actually have gone down a little bit to the Ahri, which isn't good, but we will probably catch up here more or less. Build-wise, from memory, I don't think I complete my Zhonya's here, because you have to remember buying a stopwatch or having a stopwatch is such a negative, or such a what's the right way? A deterrent to Rengar going on you. He most likely will never go on you. So I can just leave this being a stopwatch. Now I'll buy my Lichbane, I think. Go for Lichbane. And then after my Lichbane, then finish the Zhonya. Now what will be interesting is I don't even remember, even though I played this game last night. When do I use my stopwatch? I don't remember. So we'll try and find that out, I guess. Do I use this stopwatch before I buy a Lichbane and then eventually buy a Zhonya? I don't remember. Anyway, big play was happening in mid lane. Nothing much of it. The enemy team just escapes. Huzzy cannon. We did miss it. Rip. I am kind of a bit scared at the moment. Is Rengar waiting in a bush, but it's okay for now. My team grouping up, so I'm going to just try and make my way with them. They did get a bunch of damage, by the way, on a few people. And I think Baron might have been the ping that was happening. So I think that's the reasoning why I make my way over. I'm like, oh, well, we might be doing Baron. Let's make my way over. Unfortunately, though, I actually do remember this part. No one starts the Baron. I do potentially think the Baron is on. Like right now, if we were purely attacking it, the Baron would probably nearly be dead. You know, the Caitlyn is strong. Viktor does pretty good damage on it. Renekton, Diana, both good takers. Morgana, Paul actually does a decent damage to Baron. So I think by now we would have killed it. Like, it would be dead. But no one started it. So that was unfortunate. I do think that would probably have been a dead Baron by now. So it is worth knowing that when you're dilly-dallying and kind of waiting around the Baron, a lot of the time you can just kill it. Worth noting the Quinn build. I know why she's doing it, but it legit just made me laugh. So why is she doing it? It's quite a common thing nowadays, by the way, for one of two things. Either, I get myself a little bit caught out of position there, unfortunately. So either it's for champions that are snowballing. So you'll likely see a Jhin do this, or a Kai'Sa do this, to maximize the crit of the Infinity Edge to just power spike. The other group of doing it isn't about snowballing, it's about players that are having a terrible game on champions that build crit. So this Quinn has had a really bad game. Meanwhile, unfortunate position that Diana was alone and she Zhonya's way too late. She nearly got one shot before she pressed Zhonya. She needed to press Zhonya a lot earlier and that would have been okay. But this game, the Quinn's had a terrible game, so she's buying it to try and get her a bit of extra strength right now. That's the idea. So yeah. It's an effective thing to do, for sure. Ahri goes too aggressive, does get herself killed. I'm presuming by a good Morgana bind. The Morgana, by the way, seemed pretty good, which is awesome. The enemy team looking for the tower. I'm here just for wave clear, and we just kind of noticed that the Nautilus goes a little bit out of position. Trying our best to kill him. Unfortunately, he will get away. My ultimate is doing a decent amount of damage on him, but that will be that. At least nothing bad happens, per se. We do, I think, get Nautilus Flash in the end. So that's not overly bad. Worth noting, Viktor ultimate is a pretty low cooldown for such a big ultimate. It's just over a minute. I think it's roughly 75, 80 seconds, which, yeah, not bad. Again, you can make that lower. I am pinging Baron. We should, Dragon. We should, as a team right now, all be heading there. Like, there should be no excuses. Get here. Unfortunately, the smite misses from Diana. They do end up getting it, the enemy team. Because even though we arguably have the better comp, you can't deny... Dragon Souls are a good power spike. You know, the Dragon Soul in this game is the shield for a squishy-ish team that the enemy team is. They don't have, like, they've got a Nautilus, but obviously he's a support, so he's not going to have a lot of gold to be a full tank. The shield could be the difference of the Rengar being able to go in and surviving because he's got the mountain shield. Now, unfortunately, the next couple minutes went a little bit weird because I believe the Diana tilted. So you can see that the Diana was spam pinging the Caitlyn there. I'm guessing the Diana was like, oh my god, the Caitlyn didn't come over to the dragon in time, and that's why we lost the dragon. And then we could have just done Baron, but then the Diana was taking blue, and then a couple more things weirdly happened in a couple minutes. And yeah, it was just unfortunate, but it's just the way that it goes sometimes. Unfortunately, I'm getting blocked in there. If I wasn't getting blocked in, there was actually a chance that we could have continued. We are going to continue though, because the enemy team is actually taking quite a while to get places. We're going to pick up maybe 1 kill, get a shutdown that makes me on a rampage. Ezreal was still in mid lane. We're as a group right now, apart from the Diana. She did go back. You can see people are pinging the Diana because she's just farming and she's not really achieving anything. So, I know. I know there are going to be some people watching this commentary going, I don't see her doing anything wrong. It's not nothing major, but you can kind of sense that she probably has tilted. You can even see, I think I just typed in the bottom left, I think, you know, Diana is tilted, question mark. When a player who's a great team fighting champion just starts randomly farming by herself constantly, you know something's probably happened to their mental. Anyway, the Rengar going for another over-aggressive play. Diana surviving for now. She does Zhonya's in time this time. Nautilus going a bit too aggressive, and I will pick up the kill. He's very weak again. 140 gold we just got for killing him. Not a lot of income, but we do get it. 5-2 on the KD now. Looking for the Ezreal. Do get the nice E on him. Remember, with the perfect Hex score, we now have slows on our spells. Going to continue. Unfortunately for me, I miss one of my first ultimates on Viktor. Like, I normally do not miss my ultimates, but we missed one because I guess I'm presuming they had vision, and there we go. That does confirm they had vision in the bush, so that's how they knew that that was happening. Pretending that I didn't know that Ahri was there to do a bit of extra damage. Look for the dodging on the charm, look for the Q, looking for the auto attack. Bunch of damage there on the Ahri. I thought she flashed, by the way, but in the end, I don't think she did, because there she is going for aggressive Diana, and the Diana just had none of it. She was like, nope, you're dead. So, mistake by Ahri, and like I said, this Ahri, we all can have bad games, so I'm not obviously going to BM the Ahri too bad, but yeah, not a great game for her, and the item build still really confused me. She built a Hextech Proto, and then she built a Ludens. I really don't know why. Like, the Ludens power spike is so much more for an Ahri with the wave clear and everything than Huzzy Cannon, than a Rush Revolver would be. Like, to make the Revolver work, you need to be really confident to get auto attacks in. Are you really confident to get auto attacks into a Viktor who can turn around and do a bunch of burst damage? Are you confident to get an auto attack range of a Morgana, and then you risk yourself getting bound? I just personally, I just didn't really get why you'd build it. I just didn't. Nearly got Lich Bane, so I'm just pinging to my team. Yo, 25 gold away. I'm going to go back, probably wait for the gold. Do have teleport up, so if my team get caught, you know, I can go help. And from memory, like we said earlier, I need to side lane more. I noticed here that Quinn was bot, so I think, and what I hope I do, is go bot lane right now. Do I go bot lane? So you can see I'm looking for a teleport. You know, is there anything good to teleport to get a pick? Hey, yes, I'm pinging to bot side. So, heading down to bot, we can definitely kill this Quinn as long as I play it semi-decently. You can see that she is starting to turn some of those crit items into actual proper items, or the crit cloaks into items, and I decide to just wait in the bush. Ahri getting caught once again. Again, she gets caught quite a lot, this Ahri. But she doesn't die, which is, I guess, a good thing. That will maybe open up Baron. Renekton side laning. My team, I think, might be near the Baron right now. Again, I've got teleport, but I have a hunch right now that Quinn is probably still bot, and I was right. She comes out of ultimate, and I'm like, ooh, this is my time to shine. So I go for it, cancel her ultimate, and I'm going to go for the solo kill. So for some reason, my ultimate didn't latch on her, so it wasn't actually doing any damage. Flash away with the nice laser, pushback, and we do get a solo kill. And then, weirdly, Rengar kills me. Now, I have no idea why he's there. So, like, again, I was doing a no-mic camera stream, so I did look at the Twitch chat as I was streaming this, and everybody in Twitch chat was like, what? Why is he there? It makes no sense. So we just got an inhibitor for free. I do not mind that at all. That is what we called in League of Legends a good death. Yeah, I logically, I don't know why Rengar was bot lane to help his split pushing Quinn. Maybe, again, the only thought process is I can't stop them pushing in as a Rengar. The dragon is coming up soon. Our only way of winning this game is the dragon soul, so I'm going to just go for the dragon. And oh look, the Quinn is fighting the Viktor. I may as well go kill him. Maybe. So again, the Diana spam pinging the Caitlyn. I don't know why. Remember, we do have chat muted, so for all we know, there was rage going on this game. People were talking to the Diana in a bad way. I've got no idea. And that obviously is the negative to getting rid of the chat in League of Legends, is when this type of thing happens, you're really confused about it. Like, what's happening right now? Like, wasn't that a good situation? No, I don't know. Maybe the Diana there was angry that the Caitlyn was taking a jungle farm, possibly. I don't know. So anyway, we're now going to go for the Zhonya. Because again, Zhonya, very effective. And oh, we just found out. We did finally use the stopwatch as well. So yes, we used it effectively to kill the Quinn in a solo kill. And again, by the way, it was close. Why? It was closer than it should have been because I guess I made a mistake that my ultimate didn't latch quick. So I missed out on a lot of my ult damage because my ult was just like, oh, I don't want to follow the Quinn, until I realised, oh god, my ultimate's not following the Quinn. God damn it, ult, follow the Quinn. And then we made it follow and then it was fine. So yeah. But we did use it, do a nice little zappy zap on the old Ezreal. And yes, there is a split pushing Rengar on the enemy team. And it's like we said earlier, I think this is mainly... do I think it's tilt split pushing? Maybe, but in a weird way, like, you also got to say, what else can Rengar do? The enemy team, and I'm not just saying it, they cannot win a team fight. Their comp doesn't win. A Rengar and a Quinn on the same team in a 5v5 situation is no good. So I kind of get why he's split pushing, to at least be annoying. Quinn dies. Again, here's a team fight example. Rengar, now again, like we said, team fight example, ladies and gentlemen. The Quinn dies, the Rengar dies, both of them without killing anybody. They're not team fighting champions. Like they're great pick champions, sure, but this game is not a pick. Now, unfortunately, the Caitlyn goes way too greedy and gets herself killed in a situation that we really wish that she didn't, because that makes it so we probably can't do Baron. If she survived, just played passive for a couple seconds, Baron was easy, but she went a bit too greedy. She might even flashed forward, by the way, taking a bit of damage, but we do, by the way, land a clutch little laser there on the Ezreal. We'll get his flash. But yeah, that clutch little laser, you have to remember, is applying the slope. So that's really good. Ezreal's staying around, and I don't know, Ezreal, he's not bad in strength right now. Again, people know that Ezreal is generally my favourite AD carry. I do think him missing out on Klepto is a bit meh, but he's not bad right now by any means. I think Conqueror on him is naturally quite good, but he's... I like Ezreal because he's annoying as hell. He's like a little bee that just pokes you every now and then that does a lot of damage. So I am, by the way, very much trying to stop myself go for that teleport play. I was thinking about it, to look for the pick on the Ahri, looking to loop behind. Don't go for it in the end. And the reasoning for not going for it, if, you know, one, I would have been alone. Secondly, if Rengar was in the area and if he just ults me, I've got no Zhonyas right now. I'm dead. Here we go. Play on the Ezreal. He gets completely caught. Going to go for big ultimate with the Caitlyn. So yeah. First time, I guess, or biggest example there of the Ezreal getting himself caught, and that now should be the Baron finally. So this Baron has been on the table for like the last 10 minutes, I think. Meanwhile, the split pushing Rengar, again, I get why he's split pushing, but he just dies to our Renekton, as you'd probably expect, and that is a disaster for the enemy team. Ezreal gets caught, and the Nautilus got caught again, and the Rengar split pushing loses out in the 1v1. So really good for us. And I'd say this game has been a great example of a recovery. And another example of a game that clearly team comp matters. The Renekton's doing great. The bot lane's doing fantastic. The Ahri's not really having much impact this game at all. And I would say that her item build has hurt her. She just didn't have strength to do much. Like when Rengar was mid, sure, she could kill me. But in a pure 1v1, she's done nothing to me. And in team fights, I've had a much bigger impact than she. Meanwhile, Quinn weirdly going off to the side, poke her out quite a bit. Now looking just to kill the both mid. I am looking for... Unfortunately, I get blinded by the Quinn, so my auto attack didn't go off. Meanwhile, Diana's like, I'm having none of it. We're ending the game. Screw you. Gonna just push with my laser, get the minions to start attacking. And yeah, we are looking to end. Throw my W down, by the way, and so she does get one shot. But then, again, there's the counter to Rengar, and that's just me. Little old me counters him completely. Just puts my W down. A lot of damage on the Quinn. Renekton TPing in. I'm just going to focus on killing. Throw my ultimate on the Ahri. Don't think it's going to kill her probably, but we get an assist on the Quinn, and we're going to just look to end the game. So yes, this will be another victory, which is great. And we'll be, again, remember, so the way of things that we're going, we were on a 13-game loss streak. We won the Shen game. We lost the game after that, and now I think this is the next victory that I got. I think someone just subscribed on Twitch. Thank you very much. I'm not streaming right now, so thank you whoever that was. So remember, that is where our MMR is, or should be. Not in a very good place, but if memory serves correct, remember when we had our first win, we gained 21 LP after the 13-game loss streak. You're about to see how much LP we get. Who do I honour? Renekton. Yeah, he had a solid game. I gain. We do a mission. Wait for it in a second. Da, 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 da. Come on, me. Pass me. Click OK. That'll be great. There we go. We gained 22 LP. I've got no idea. You can see, I'm so confused. Like, our MMR right now of climbing is really good. Really good. But yeah, this was a great game to show team comps, again, matter big time. As well as, yes, range matchups are annoying, but if you play well like this Renekton, he beat the Quinn really early, actually. He did really well, and the enemy team was just shut down. The Ahri had a really bad game as well. I'd say she just needed more strength in the 1v1. But yeah, they had a Rengar and a Quinn just grouped together, and you limit what they can do. But that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, throw a like on the video. That was Viktor. Potentially there is one more POV commentary, and then we'll be back to full live game commentaries. But if you guys did enjoy, throw a like on it, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.